So hello, everybody, and welcome to our pilot episode. This is right, a pilot episode, I guess you would call it,
the
right?
first one, yeah. It hasn't been confirmed by the network yet. It hasn't been renewed or...
No.
The network hasn't bought the rights to it yet.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to see how it goes on. This our new show, it's called Today in La... Today in La Tumorrou. It should be like that, how we pronounce it, right? Or should we go like Today in La Tomorrow?
Today in La Tumorrou.
Yeah, Today in La Tumorrou, right? Yeah, that's the way it should work. And I'm here with my buddy Chris. Chris Fetterman is your name, right?
Yes, Chris Fetterman.
And who the fuck are you? Just for people that don't know.
Well...
we need to introduce each other.
Yeah, well, I am from the United States. I've been living in Chile for 6 years.
6 years.
I've lived through many places in Chile. So I was in the small town of Los Andes for a year. I was in Viña del Mar for 2 years. Valparaiso for 2 years. And I've been living in Santiago now for 18 months.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that about you. I thought you were just here in Santiago.
No.
No.
I'm adapting to the Santiago lifestyle.
So which one is better, do you think?
I mean, anything but Santiago is better.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people hate... I don't actually hate Santiago, but it kind of pisses me off at times.
No, there's not... I mean, there's something that's a lot of fun about walking around and going to different bars at night and, like, meeting random people I haven't seen. Or just, like, the accumulation of people is amazing in Santiago. You know?
Yeah, it's just too much.
And places. But, yeah, it's just like there's a true hamster wheel here.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. But about Los Andes, though, isn't that like the complete opposite? Like, is there nobody there? I mean, I'm just asking, just conjecture, right? I'm not...
It's just the opposite, which is great, I guess, in some ways. Because I get to see the same people. There's only one park to go to. If I want to go to the park to get stoned, there's one place to do it.
There's just a place to go get stoned.
Yep.
So wouldn't the cops know about that, though?
I don't remember there being a problem.
No?
It is Los Andes. Like, it has a reputation. Right?
It's pretty laid back.
Yeah.
I guess. So what do you do here, Chris?
I am currently a tour guide.
Okay.
As one of my main job.
Yeah?
So,
and what else? Is that all you do? Like, why are you here, actually?
At
like,
this point...
Why did I choose you?
Yeah, right?
Choose you. Sounds so corny.
I don't know either, but I am also a comedian. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So do you do stand-up comedy?
I do stand-up comedy here in Chile, in English and also in Spanish, directed towards Chileans.
Really? Which one's better?
Which one's more fun?
Yeah. Which one is better for you to do?
I mean, obviously, there's more of an audience if I do it to Chileans because the gringo community here is pretty niche.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about, say, for example, Chileans that go and watch your stuff in English? Do they also understand it, or is it something that if you have a high level of English, you have to understand it, or not really?
I try to maintain it. Yeah. I try not to use certain types of words, or I don't know. There's like little muletillas, I guess, like little things you can use in English.
Yeah. That
are jokes that work really well for people who've been speaking English their whole lives.
Okay.
Like, isn't that something? Like repeating certain muletillas which work for certain characters, but if I do that in English here towards a Chilean audience, they're not quite going to get the...
Right.
Oh, like, that's because this is a certain character from a certain part of, the country or whatever.
So you have more fun doing it in English or in Spanish?
I think there are bigger audiences in Spanish. That makes it more fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think that it's harder to do it in Spanish? Because you do speak Spanish. Yeah. But you're not like native.
I don't speak Spanish? You're about to say I don't speak Spanish.
No, I wasn't going to say
you don't really speak Spanish.
No.
Yeah, it's like...
You fucking liar.
You just said that.
No. Sorry, man. I didn't mean for it to come out that way. But I mean, you do speak better English than Spanish.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, but is it obvious, though? I mean, because 6 years.
Is there anybody who in 6 years has completely adapted and now all of a sudden has forgotten their native language? I've heard of that. I
mean, well, I lived in the States, but the difference was that I was a kid. So I learned Spanish. I learned English before I learned Spanish. I think I speak better English than Spanish, too.
That's crazy.
I think that my Spanish is like kind of flaite. Like a lot of people will be like, yeah, this guy doesn't have that much vocabulary. I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really have to speak that much in Spanish. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Because of my line of work and all that. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself.
Yeah.
Right. So my name is Cesar. It's so weird for me to say Cesar.
Cesar, because it's like Caesar's pizza. It's like the only thing people think in English. Yeah.
Well, I remember this one time there was a girl that asked me, she said, Cesar, is that your real name?
Yeah.
It should have been like, that's my party name, bitch. I remember I was at a party and she asked me, but I don't find it to be that uncommon of a name.
Caesar. I mean, there's like you're probably the first Caesar I've met, at least.
Okay.
You're definitely the first Caesar I've met. And there's Caesar's Pizza, and there's like the former King Caesar.
Right.
And that's what people think of Caesar.
Right.
That's what you got.
Yeah, Caesar. Sounds weird. Cesar.
Cesar.
Yeah, Cesar. Okay, let's stick to Caesar.
That sounds like scissor, but like pronounced
right.
By a Spanish speaker.
There you go.
Ahí está el Caesar.
Ahí está el Cesar. Yeah, true. So what I do, I make videos on the internet as well. Oh, you also make videos on the internet, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a channel. It's called Críticas QLS, and it's about reviews, movies, and TV shows and video games sometimes. And sometimes I'll veer off into some unexpected territory, but it's all pretty much like under the same...
It's pretty wild. It's the closest thing that I've found in Chile to like IGN.com or like GameSpot.com.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny because I don't really talk that much about video games. Like if you see all my videos, the ones about video games are the ones that have the least views. But they are like the most enthusiastic though. They're like, yeah, all right, when's another one coming? You know, but but it's a smaller niche.
Okay.
But I guess if I only talked about movies, it would get boring.
The variety is awesome.
I know. I think you have to vary. Variety is the spice of life, some people say. You know?
I don't know. I always say to myself, like, well, I should just focus on one thing in my free time. Like, just watch movies. Mm-hmm. Instead of, like, dicking around a little bit with old NES video games and, like, oh, I'm going to watch some, I don't know, like a popular film that just came out or whatever. I should just pick one, but I can't.
Okay. But I mean, you got to try it out at least, right? Mm-hmm. Like maybe if you do something else and it fails miserably, like maybe this podcast, you know, but at least I think it's worth a shot. I think everything is worth a shot.
Everything's worth a shot.
Right?
Yeah.
So what else was I going to ask? So this is seeming like an interview right now, but you also do videos at the on the internet as well. Actually, I saw you. I met you. I mean, I came to know of you because of a video that you did about the Chilean viral videos.
The Blaque. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you do that also? Is that like part? Why do you do that?
Just do it for fun, I guess, to entertain myself. And then sometimes people think they're funny, sometimes people don't.
That's the internet, man.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so excited about a video, and then I don't do it when I'm still excited about it, and then like I just forget that sucks.
I hate that feeling, man. It happens to me all the time too. Sometimes if I wake up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on this. If I don't do it right away, then I don't wanna.
The fruit's rotten.
Yeah, exactly.
It sucks.
Exactly. Yeah. It totally sucks. I hate that, man. And sometimes what happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you as well, but what happens to me sometimes is that I'll make a video and I'll be like, yeah, this video is gonna be the shit, man. Everybody's gonna love it. And then I put it out there and it's like, I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen better. And then when I do something, it's like, this is going to suck. And everyone's like, oh, man, fuck. Really good video, man. I loved it.
That's what I went with the Doblaje video. It was like, I had no feel for that video. Like, my friend was pretty drunk and high one time, and he's like, what would be funny is if you do Chilean videos dubbed in English. Do it, man. Just do it.
Really?
I wrote it down. I looked at my notes like a week later, and I was like, Chilean videos dubbed in English. Like, yeah, okay, I'll try it out. And so I downloaded, like... La Kalila, La Mojo Jojo, and all these like classic ones.
Yeah, Cristian.
Yeah, and just putting them all together in a compilation and then added my voice on top of it.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, but you dubbed it.
I dubbed it in English. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
There was one that I was pretty sure it wasn't you. I can't remember which one, but there's a part of the video I said, I wonder who did that voice. But it's all you then.
It's all my voice, yeah.
Yeah, then you have a wide range of voices then, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was pretty sure that there was this one guy that helped you out with it.
No, it was completely my voice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what happened with that then? Do you think it was well received or?
It was extremely well received. The best. I mean, as far as it getting shared by people, I got immediately like 12,000 followers on Instagram.
Really?
Like it went from one place to another, to another, to another, to another.
Holy shit!
12,000 memes chilenos, and then like Chile País de Memes.
Yeah.
And Chispeza Chilena. Like all these pages, bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
Some of them didn't tag me,
man.
Some of them tagged other pages, which really pissed me off.
Yeah, why?
Because it was like, oh, this video was created by Chile Videos Virales or whatever. Like, no, it wasn't.
They were freebooting.
And they tagged the other meme page.
Oh, fuckers.
Yeah. I don't know, like, those meme pages don't actually create original content. They just share it.
Well, I remember back, it wasn't that long ago, but I remember that the whole freebooting thing was like really, really important. A lot of people were getting pissed off. I remember it started out with, man, I don't know if you've seen it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a song. I think it was from In the End from Linkin Park.
Okay.
And it was sung by like 250 different movies. So the guy would use like a clip from a movie. Did
like,
you see it?
Harrison Ford's like in, and then it goes like Vin Diesel, and then it
goes, and it was
auto-tune, I'm guessing, or
no. He just edited together a lot of pieces of movies and he made the lyrics of In the End of Linkin Park.
That's hilarious.
I know, but man, it must have been a lot of fucking work. I would never do that.
Yeah,
I would never fucking do that. I mean, where? Oh God.
But I feel like what your besides your podcast, the videos you make.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of videos on top of the video, right? You're reviewing,
right. Yeah,
and then you show clips from the movie, and that's a lot of work too.
Yeah, that's also a lot of work. But imagine like finding 150 different movies to find like just one clip where a character says, I don't know, the end, or it doesn't even matter. You know?
True.
It's crazy. So I remember that video, it went like totally viral. It was a guy that was called The Usual Suspect. It was a guy, he has like a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
And then I remember it was everywhere, but it was people that downloaded it and just uploaded it like their own. They wouldn't even give the guy credit.
That's so now you have to put like the watermark.
Yeah.
I realized, which sucks because it
sucks.
Looks cheesy.
You know what I saw the other day that I had never seen before? A moving watermark.
Nah.
Yeah, I swear, man. It was like there was this video. I can't remember what it was. It was like a rap battle or something, and it had the watermark, and it just moved the entire video.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because some people will delete it. I know it's distracting as fuck. Because some people will take the watermark and then just blur it out.
Yeah.
You know, like freebooters like that. And then I saw that the moving. And yeah, it was distracting as fuck. But I guess that's what you got to do it.
Someone would go to the trouble of blurring out like
like the
insane.
actual uploader. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It happens a lot.
To call it their own like original content, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because even if you upload, I've seen some pages where they do upload it like their own, but then they'll give credit. But I feel it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, like the post will say this video was originally made by whoever, but I feel it's not the same though. You know, like if somebody were to upload a video of mine, I'd rather them share the YouTube link than, download it and then upload it themselves and say, oh, this came from this guy.
Yeah, because no one's going to look at your name afterwards.
Exactly.
Go out of their way.
Exactly.
The further people have to go out of their way, the less likely they are to do it.
Yeah, because that's how it works now on the internet. Everything has to be like easy and instant. And well, it's the internet, right?
Yeah, even 2 steps. Even like, I'm going to copy this link and paste it somewhere else. No one's going to do that.
Exactly.
It's 2 steps. No one's going to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
See, there you go. You wouldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, and you're an internet user.
And I know what it takes to make original content.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck even. I would just let it go. I'd say, okay, that's a cool video. I wouldn't care about the creator.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if it's that kind of because the whole Linkin Park song, like, okay, you see it, yeah, it's pretty cool, but it doesn't make you want to like go and search for some other shit. I guess,
like maybe you're like, what else did this guy come up with?
Yeah, but it's not here, so fuck it. I guess I'll find it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
pretty
know.
much.
It sucks, man. So we're drinking some nice coffee now, which is good for a change. I always drink like alcohol when I'm doing this kind of shit. And
really?
Yeah, but it gets kind of distracting though by the end when you're like drunk and you're like starting like to slur.
No.
Yeah. I do.
Okay. I can't imagine drinking alcohol doing a podcast. I mean, maybe, but
I mean, it's okay if you have like a beer or two.
Yeah.
But sometimes the longer it goes on, you don't even realize it, and then you're starting to slur, and it's like.
Oh man, Barney Gumble.
It's just like, there you go, Barney Gumble. What's he called here in Spanish? Is it just Barney? Right? He's from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
El Barney, yeah. El Barney. Sounds like that fucking dinosaur. I remember I used to have a boss that we used to call him Barney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he looked like the dinosaur.
Did he have up the pear-shaped hips?
Yeah, he had.
Oh, man.
He did.
Yeah.
And I remember that they would draw him up like Barney.
And
he totally looked like Barney the dinosaur, man.
I had an old band conductor that had like a man with pear-shaped hips.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be totally fucked.
I don't know. I mean,
for a man?
it's a really strange phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what percentage of men have pear-shaped hips, but I think it's like less than 3 or 4%.
Exactly, because women I understand,
yeah.
But a guy with pear-shaped hips?
I think he could really move it though. I think he could drop it low.
Yeah?
He knew how to drop it low. That was the thing. So I respected him for that.
Respect. So what we were going to talk about, okay, so we introduced ourselves, but we haven't talked about why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
I'm imagining because we want people to learn English and English in Chile, or practice their English.
I mean, I guess so, right? I mean, I think it's more interesting in the fact that I'm a Chilean that lived in the States, and you're a gringo that lives here.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the perspective there. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's for a niche audience, because the way I see it, I know that a lot of people here understand English a lot. Mm-hmm. A lot. maybe they're not able to speak it comfortably. My God. See, that's a word I hadn't used in a long time. I guess I'm not that comfortable. I guess that they can't do that, but I do think that they understand at least. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not like we're going to be talking about algorithms or, complicated shit like that. Yeah. So maybe there is like an audience that wants to hear this kind of shit. I guess we're going to find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we're going to find out.
We'll see who's going to want to listen to this stuff, yeah. Like what demographic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe there's a market there to exploit.
Yes. Yes. Excellent.
There you go. The Mr. Burns fingers. So what we're going to talk about today is about the 4th of July.
Yes.
Because today is the 4th of July. Well, the day that this is going to be uploaded is going to be the 4th of July. Oh, say, can you see? Do you know that whole anthem by heart?
Yeah, it's by, what is it, Francis Scott Key.
Yeah. But do you know all of it? I don't remember all of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, how many times have I gone to a sporting event?
Yeah.
They play it.
Okay, but correct me if I'm wrong. Does the same thing happen with the Chilean anthem? Because you know that the Chilean anthem is like way longer than what we actually sing. What we sing here is only the 5th verse.
I think there's other verses as well.
Yeah, okay. So in the States, do they do the same? Do they only sing like just one part of it? Or is that the whole national anthem?
No, they sing the 50-second.
Okay.
That's
50 seconds. All right. Because the one from Chile is way longer, man.
Yeah?
It's retardedly longer. Yeah.
Just the one version.
Yeah. The one that we sing is like a simplified version of the anthem because the original one is way longer. I remember back in school, there was this really right-wing professor that we had, and he was really like, no, you have to sing the whole thing by heart. And it was eternal, man. It was fucking eternal.
Every day.
Yeah, and every day. I remember in school they used
6.5 minutes. Every day listen to the song.
Yeah, no shit. I remember that in school they used to line us outside, like right in the sun, and we'd have to sing the national anthem. Not the whole thing, though. But I remember, did they do that in school? Because I only went to school till like the 4th grade.
You only went to school till the 4th grade?
Yeah, over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the United States?
In the States, yeah. I did kindergarten and then 4th grade, and then I was like, I did half of 4th grade, and then I came back here, and then I had to do 4th grade all over again.
Okay.
So I don't really remember that much about school. I mean, I do remember it. It's just that I was like a really, really little kid. So I didn't get to see like, the social dynamics and the losers and the food. I did see the food
freaks
fights,
and the geeks.
The freaks and the geeks and all that. The plastics. I never saw any of that.
You missed all that.
I missed all that.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
All the segregation in high school.
Yeah, I never lived any of that. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, you went to whole high school over there.
I did the whole deal.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, and in multiple schools, I guess when you're talking about like the freaks and geeks, it's like, there's a group of the football team players. There's the cheerleaders that hang out by themselves at lunch.
So is it that much like in the movies? Is it accurate or not really?
It's moderately accurate.
Moderately accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say that it makes it moderate? What is exaggerated in the movies?
Well, the whole like, oh, like, fuck you, nerd. And like throwing a pizza at somebody's face and like, yeah.
Okay.
They're like, that guy's nerd.
That's just like a stereotype then.
That's in every movie.
Yeah, that's in every movie. Like the guy that fucking throws shit. The bully. I did see bullies. I did get bullied. Yeah.
The over-the-top Nelson Muntz.
Right.
That like just appears randomly and
to
just threaten the protagonist.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fag.
Fuck you, fag. Have you seen 22 Jump Street?
Yes. Not 22, I saw 21.
Oh, you haven't seen the second one? No. You should see the second one, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's when they go to college, right?
Yeah, it's the whole thing's reversed. Because in the first one, it's like Jonah Hill that sucks.
Okay.
And then in the second one, it's him that's cool. And Channing Tatum is like, And I can't remember if it was the first one or not, where Channing Tatum, he punches a guy. And he's like, you fucking faggot. And he punches him. And then he turns out to be gay. And he's like, you punch me because I'm gay? You can't do that anymore. And he's like, what? He doesn't understand fuck all of what's going on. Yeah. It's so funny. You should watch it, man. You should watch it.
I gotta see the second one, yeah.
Yeah, it's really self-aware, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, like they make total fun of themselves. It's so funny, man.
That's great. I mean, it's kind of like because Jonah Hill was in Superbad.
Right.
Which was already pretty self-aware. To take it a step further.
Yeah.
Did
you like Superbad?
Of course.
Do you know anybody that does not like Superbad?
I haven't seen anybody who doesn't like Superbad.
I know, right? That movie's so... Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know where to start with that movie.
It's the greatest teen movie of all time. Bar none.
Bar none.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Judd Apatow's masterpiece. It's the cornerstone for a lot of comedy that followed between...
And it's so quotable, too.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody talks. I love that guy. I can't remember. What's his face? There's this guy. You've seen it multiple times, right? Like, you remember it? Like, there's this one guy that runs over Jonah Hill. And he's like, oh, I didn't even effing see you there, man. Oh, my God. You know? He's like, okay, Mercy Street, guys. Mercy, here, $7. And he gives him like $7. Hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. He's like totally creepy.
Even those random scenes are completely memorable.
I know. That's what's so funny about him. And I wonder how he directed him. Like, you got to be creepy. Okay. And then how did he come up with that shit? You know,
I think they just left just the right amount of improvisation too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that scene's so funny. I know all that movie's good. Do you like Mean Girls?
Mean Girl, yeah.
Or not?
From
really?
what I remember.
Okay, you haven't seen it that much. I've seen it many times.
Yeah, I think I've seen it like once or twice.
Yeah, I've seen it many times. I have to admit those mostly because of Rachel McAdams.
Young Rachel McAdams. I mean, Rachel McAdams in general is just incredible. That's like her, but that was her first role, right?
I think that was like her breakout role. I think.
Then Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. Yeah, I've seen a lot of movies with Rachel McAdams in it. Although I don't.
The Notebook. The Notebook. Yeah.
Do you like that one?
Yeah.
I can't stand that movie, man.
Okay.
I know, like I saw it and it's just way, way, way too corny.
Everyone's like the rain makeout scene.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that part. I remember that I got as far as to a part where they're in the beach. What the fuck's going on? I remember that they got to a part where they're at the beach, and she's like, I'm a bird. Are you a bird? Yes, I'm a bird. And then they hug each other, and then they start kissing, and I'm like, you know, so it's just way too corny. I don't mind romantic. I don't mind like rom-coms, but romantic movies.
Romantic.
I mean,
That's a whole different thing.
Have you seen Atonement, for example?
No.
That was a romantic movie that's watchable. Have you seen One Day?
No.
That one's also all right. I mean, it's romantic, but it's not like corny. Like,
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should see Atonement, man.
That's
Atonement.
true.
It's Keira Knightley and this other guy that's I always remember. I always forget his name. The guy that's Charles Xavier now, James McAvoy.
Okay.
It's him, and they have like also Pride and Prejudice. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's also like not too corny.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Do you think?
There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Doesn't go like the Eat, Love, Pray route, I guess.
I haven't seen that one. Have you seen it?
That's super. I mean,
is it like totally?
It's just like it becomes everybody's like little description on their Facebook. When there's like the little text box to describe yourself.
Oh God, okay.
Eat, love, pray, laugh.
Okay.
Laugh, love, live.
What's it about though? Eat, pray, love, or eat, love, pray, or whatever. About people that eat and love and pray.
I don't know what's about. I honestly saw it a while ago, and I was really out of it.
Okay. You're just like stoned, like just staring at the TV.
Yeah, I don't have enough of that information to tell you.
Okay. So what we were going to talk about was about the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Versus September 18th, which is like, because it's Independence Day, the 4th of July. And here Independence Day is on February 12th. But like nobody gives a fuck about that. It's all about September 18th. Mm. Did you know that?
Well, I know 18th is the first celebrated Congress away from Spain, right?
Right, yeah. It's like la primera junta de gobierno.
And then like the 12th is a battle? Or
I think the 12th is the actual independence. Here, if you want, I can look it up just so we don't sound like assholes. But yeah, I think that's the actual independence.
Okay.
And the 18th, for some reason, everybody just celebrates the 18th. I guess it's because of spring, maybe?
That's who it lands so perfectly.
Right.
That's so perfectly with the spring.
Yeah, and it's also 2 days, 18th and 19th. And then usually that'll be like on a Monday, so you get like the whole weekend plus the Monday and the Tuesday.
Sandwich?
Yeah, the sandwich.
El sandwich.
El sandwich.
Nos van a dar el sandwich.
They don't call that over there, right?
No.
In the States, nobody says sandwich.
Nobody says sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, February 12th. I was right. Yeah, February 12th. That's the actual Independence Day. But September 18th. So have you had a September 18th here? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You've been here 6 years.
I've had my September 18th in Guatón, Loyola. That was in a fonda in Los Andes, which was cool.
Oh, so you've been to fondas. Do you like them?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It was weird because I went there and I was also a teacher at a school, like with basically high school. So I saw all my students there wasted, coworkers wasted. I woke up in the bed of one of the coworkers.
Okay.
I had myself an experience.
That's nice.
Yeah.
A colleague of yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
She didn't call back.
She's like, yeah, all right. We can move past that now.
Yeah. And then it was awkward. And it had like 3 months left in the year that were just awkward. Like,
oh, God.
With her, yeah.
Oh, so was it like totally a drunken fucking...
Yes.
Oh.
It's just like, well, here we are. We'll go to this one. Like, here's the alternative. fonda, and then here's the other fonda, like karaoke fonda, and then one thing led to another. 2 terremotos becomes 4.
Yeah.
And I have the worst hangover of my life. And
those hangovers
questions.
with terremotos are fucked up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like with wine. It's the same thing. Like if you get hungover with with those types of drinks, you get totally fucked.
I can handle red wine pretty well. I could probably drink a bottle and a half of red wine and not get as bad a hangover as just terremoto.
Oh, God, yeah, I know. I don't even like terremotos, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a novelty thing.
Right.
But then once it stops being a novelty, then you're just drinking a shitty drink.
Exactly. It tastes bad, too. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like it, all right. But so your colleague, there was never like any prior attraction or anything. It was just suddenly you were fucking just because you were drunk.
No. It was building up to that.
Okay, like you both knew where it was going.
No.
All right. I mean, if you can, by all means, tell me more if you can.
No, I mean, she was like the gym teacher, so she had a lot of different. I don't know. I would always see her like teaching people or teaching the students, like Isla Pascua, and things like that, and showing them the dance for the 18th, and like going through this. I don't know. It was really cool how she did that, and I think that kind of perked my interest. And then whatever, I'm the random gringo who's there for just 2 semesters teaching, so I guess that was cool for her.
Okay.
And then we just would like flirt a little bit, just little things throughout
just
the
like
day.
Flirting.
Yeah,
nothing major.
Just we're eating lunch, and I don't know. She'd like give me an extra piece of bread or something, and then a little extra pebre, right? She'd like throw me some pebre.
Throw me some pebre. Throw some pebre at me, man. Okay.
And that was enough that I was like, okay, this could work. And then it turns out it totally didn't work, and it was.
But why though? Did you perform miserably?
It was a combination of factors.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wasted.
Of course. I mean, who can have like a proper fuck if you're way too drunk?
It's
too
hard
drunk to fuck. You ever heard the song by the Dead Kennedys? Too drunk to fuck.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what happened.
Okay.
And then I woke up the next day and it was just like, okay, I was just confused, and I don't know. She was still nice. She still made me eggs.
Okay.
She made me eggs.
You should have woken her up with some eggs.
I know. I got on some cooking. But I didn't.
Okay. So she was still not okay. But then why did it totally not work out? Like, didn't she go like, hey, maybe we could try it again when we're not totally wasted or anything? Or was it just like, what happened?
I don't know. I got a vibe from her that was like, oh, well, she sort of was around with random people on a regular basis.
Okay.
And once I got that vibe and I remembered, like a few days later, like, oh, that's who I was with. It wasn't what I expected. I thought she was going to maybe. I went about it all wrong, right? If I was looking for a 2 or 3 month semi-relationship with a coworker, I shouldn't just get wasted at a fonda.
Right.
That's not the way to do it.
That's not the way to do it.
Yeah, buy the book wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, it can work though. Like I had girlfriends that were one night stands.
And ended up becoming
girlfriends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it could work, but
I just chalk it up to.
But she didn't want a relationship, or you didn't want a relationship, or what?
No, then I realized like, oh, she's probably been with other coworkers before, and just a lot of people. Los Angeles is such a small town,
right?
Everybody knows everybody,
right?
And it's like, oh, now I'm gonna get involved in this. So I ended up just dating a girl from Santiago, who I was like concurrently sort of dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was just didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Never try it again. Didn't sober up and wait and see. No.
It's one of those
sparks flying.
Well, if we give it a second go, maybe it'll work this time.
Yeah.
But no, I just let it go, and now it's off in the ether.
Okay. That's a shame though, or not? Or are you okay with it?
I don't know.
Like
sometimes you just get your ass.
Do you ever ruminate like that? Like, oh, maybe I could have done this better. Or
of course, man. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
There was some. Oh man. Now you're bringing up all these memories. Most of them not good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what drunken sex is, right? At least you remember it.
I never said I remembered it. I know that we slept together.
Okay, but
it was bad. That's all I know. That's all I got.
Really? But you don't remember a thing?
No, I just remember like waking up wasted, still drunk the next day.
Oh God.
At like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horrible.
Man, I don't think I've ever not remembered having sex.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know, to be honest.
Or getting like...
Because I wouldn't remember.
Do you ever get like the day after, like she told me, like, well, first I gave you kisses there, and then you gave me kisses there. I got in that one a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then, but what if they're lying, though?
I don't know. There's enough that I...
There's enough info for you to be like, yeah, okay,
I believe it.
You believe it. Man, that sucks. And what about the 4th of July, though? Because, like, for example, here on the 18th, a couple of years ago, my girlfriend, she was, like, really impressed with the 18th. And she's from here, too.
Yeah?
She's also Chilean. Because my mom, she has 9 sisters. Right? She's, like, a really old family. They had tons of brothers and sisters.
Wow.
My mom has 9 sisters. So whenever it's the 18th or those kind of holidays, they all get together.
Nuts, right? Yeah. Okay.
They all get together. And they actually do, like, the whole traditional shit. Like, they'll do the fucking... what's it called when you put like a sack?
Oh, the potato sack races.
The potato sack races. They'll
Really?
do that. I swear to God.
So much fun.
Yeah. I swear to God, they do that. They'll jump ropes and fucking everything. You know?
The emboque and everything.
Everything.
Wow.
They're like really, really into it. And I remember my girlfriend. She was like, "What the fuck is wrong with your family, man?" Like, to be honest, like I'd never seen somebody family that was so really into, the 18th. But it's really fun.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Have you had that type of experience?
With family?
Or I mean, have you ever participated in any of that shit?
No, yeah, I've had with like ex-girlfriends where I went up to La Serena with one ex-girlfriend, and yeah, her family was really cool. We played
Rayuela, yeah.
That was great. I got to play against like her uncle and
those that are like veterans.
Yeah, no, they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good at it.
Miraculously good.
Yeah, because that's how they used to play for real, like back in the day. Right? They didn't have Game Boys or shit like that, so they would actually play Rayuela and all that.
They have like a sense of weight and their self within space. Like that's amazing. I just have a cell phone in my hand the whole time.
I know, and also what my family does is they'll all get in costumes and disguise themselves as shit.
Like Wassos, or like it's an all out,
like an all out, like an all out. Like I remember once my mom, she dressed up like Evelyn Matei. You know who she is?
Nope.
Like a really right wing person.
Okay.
She's political. I think she's the mayor. Oh, I should also look that up. I'm not really sure what she is right now. I knew that she was in Providencia, but I don't know exactly what she's on to right now. And but she's sort of famous because she was like really good at swearing.
Okay.
And she would be like known for that. And this is her, Evelyn Matei.
Oh yeah, she looks a little familiar. She's like the Benny of the political sphere.
There you go.
There you go. She's famous for swearing.
Yeah. So she looks nothing like my mother, though. Not at all.
Yeah?
Not at all. So my mom dressed up like her, and then another one was dressed up as Piñera, or I don't know. Like it's crazy, man. They go like all out for that kind of shit, and it's fun. They made a fonda because we went to. One of my aunts has a house at the beach. It wasn't hers yet. She was like gonna buy it or something, or remodel it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So we had a huge space, and they made a fonda there that was called Cesar Chupo.
Cesar Chupo.
I know.
That's awesome.
I know. So that's the way they fuck around with it, man. So a lot of people find that like really, I don't know what's the word, caricaturistic, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just like. Okay, that they just...
But you wouldn't be weirded out by that kind of shit?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's cool. You just got to embrace the cheesiness.
Right, there you go.
Embrace it,
embrace the cheesiness. Because what we're 4th of July is because, to be honest, I don't recall ever celebrating like a 4th of July. Because, well, we were all Chilean, so, we weren't going to celebrate it. So what is it that you actually do? Like for the 4th of July? Do you barbecue some burgers and shit? Yeah,
it's like usually there'll be a local park. Okay. Wherever you are, whatever city or town, whatever. And at the park, it's going to be like a fair, small carnival, but not a carnival as in like there's games and everything all over the place.
Okay.
It's like, there's just people barbecuing by themselves, basically, within their families.
Okay, but they take out the grills and they just barbecue outside and...
That's pretty much it.
And fireworks.
And that's it. And like your drunken uncle gets like really... patriotic for a period of time and West Country.
Everybody
America,
gets totally
yeah.
patriotic.
Yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah. But do you see like people dressing up as shit or anything? No?
No, I mean, it's in the middle of July too, so a lot of people on vacation.
Right.
In the middle of July, so I don't know. It's like a day people always look forward to because it signifies like dead smack in the middle of vacation.
Right.
School ended at the beginning of June or late May. You're not going to go back until
September.
Early September.
Yeah, I remember I always went back to school on my birthday. September 5th, I would always go back like, fuck.
Like, yeah, fuck.
Right. So it's just that then.
I wish there was more to tell you about it, because at the end of the day, compared to this 18th of September here in Chile, 4th of July sucks.
Right.
It sucks. You don't get off. You get off one day of work if you're working. And you're grilling, and that's pretty much it. You don't even get. I don't know what else.
Because people here, they go to the beach, they fuck off to all different places.
Yeah.
And over there, it's just like you go outside your house.
And there's a nice fireworks display, but it's not as good even as Valparaiso New Year's. Valparaiso New Year's is probably like 4 or 5 times better than any fireworks you're going to see for 4th of July in the United States.
Yeah, I remember seeing the fireworks, but again, I was like really young, so I don't really recall them that well.
Or people will buy their own fireworks, like Roman candles and things.
But aren't
borderline
they
prohibited?
Right, but that was I was going to ask you. Aren't they prohibited though? Aren't they like illegal now?
Apparently, in the United States, they just legalized Roman candles.
Okay, which ones are the Roman candles?
It's like a long tube. I don't know.
Like those snakes? Like those ash snakes? Or no?
Similar. Yeah, it goes...
Okay.
But instead of going straight up in the air, like a spiral, it usually goes out. It's kind of like sprouts outward.
Like it spreads out.
You light it, and you're supposed to like set it there and run.
All right. Yeah, I remember playing with fireworks. But then, I remember that they got banned or something. I think it wasn't like in all states.
They got banned, and with good reason, because that shit's so dangerous.
Of course, yeah. Do you know anybody that got like, his arm blown off or something like that?
There was an NFL player. Like, I don't know him personally, but there's an NFL player who he was like 25 years old. The way it works in the National Football League, you play 3 years. After your 3rd year, you're going to sign your big contract. That's when you can make your money.
Oh, okay.
It's
but
like,
what, do they not get paid for those 3 years?
The first 3 years in the league, you don't really get paid much.
Okay.
And then it's your
chance. You do get paid, just not much.
Yeah, you get like the minimum, basically.
Chump change.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get chump change.
Okay.
Then you finally get your chance to sign a big contract. This guy, on 4th of July, he was lighting some fireworks, and he like destroyed part of his hand. He lost 3 fingers.
Oh, God.
Right before he was going to sign this contract.
Oh, my fucking God. Really?
So it lowered his value significantly.
Oh, shit.
But it turns out, good for him, he can still play ball.
Okay.
He's still a pretty good player.
Okay.
He just has fewer fingers.
Yeah, and the ball isn't going to slip through his 3 fingers, right?
He doesn't catch. He's not a receiver, thankfully. He just has to tackle. So.
Okay, see, that I don't really know that much about either. About like national football, like what you guys call football.
Yeah. We can get into it at some point for a certain episode.
Yeah. But did you ever play? I remember when I was a kid, I used to play, but it was without tackling or hitting each other. It was like
two-hand touch.
Two-hand touch? Is that what it's called?
That's something people would play all the time in the United States. Two-hand touch. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the rules of it?
I
remember they would like slap me, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Am I done? And it's like,
yeah.
that counted?
Okay, get the fuck
out. The rules are, it's like, all right, how many people do you got? All right, we got 4 weones. You want to play this shit? Okay. So we'll go 4 and 4. All right, team captains, choose your players. All right, you got four players. All right, one person's a quarterback. So they have the football.
The quarterback is the guy that runs with the ball.
No, that's the person that throws.
Okay.
It's like the spiritual leader of the team.
All right. I get you.
It has to be usually the best player. So the quarterback gets the ball. They are usually being pursued by the defense.
Okay, yeah.
And they're going to try to throw it to anybody else who would be the receivers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the receivers are the ones that make all the running and shit.
That run
Those
down
are the ones that get tackled and...
Yeah. Well, the quarterback can get tackled too.
Okay. Like anybody can get tackled then.
If you have the ball. Yeah.
If you have the ball, then you're open to getting fucking tackled.
If they have the ball, then you can be...
Then all bets are off.
Destroyed to smithereens. To straight smithereens. Or you can evade the tackle and it looks amazing and you're a hero for life.
Okay.
That's what's at stake.
That's what's at
football.
Stake. Okay.
You could be a hero for life. You're
like
a
Al
warrior.
Bundy? Like Al Bundy?
Like Al Bundy.
Who scored 4 touchdowns in a single game? You know how Al Bundy is, right? Married with Children?
Murderer, right?
No, Married with Children.
Yeah.
You're thinking about Ted Bundy. Yeah. It's just that, did you know that? Did you ever see Married with Children?
A couple episodes, yeah.
Did you know that all the last names of them are based on serial killers?
Oh, no way, serious?
Yeah. That's why the Bundys is because of Ted Bundy's, and then the other guys were the Rhodes, and there was also a serial killer last name
like
was
Dahmer or
Rhodes.
something?
No, Jeffrey Dahmer. No, there was no Dahmer.
Oh, Dahmer's really dark. Like, if you hear Dahmer, that's the
God.
only thing you can think of as serial killers.
Have you seen? Have you heard? There's a song by Katy Perry where they mention Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
I can't
That's
remember
the
it.
extraterrestrial song.
No.
I'm gonna eat your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh,
it's a rapper.
Does she say that? Does it say that? Okay.
She doesn't say it. There's a rapper
There's
called
a rapper.
Juicy J that says it.
Really? I thought it was that song where she's like an Egyptian.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
You're right. Which one is that? She's
can't
an
remember.
Egyptian.
Here you are. So
I'm-
you wanna play with magic?
No, you better know what you're fighting for.
Are you ready for? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Not
but I can't-
control.
Yeah.
There's no turning back.
There's a yeah, and then but that's kind of fucked up though.
When he goes-
to mention like Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah, he
there.
goes, she eats your heart, like Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's like totally. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be a purist about it, but I don't know. Like, do you actually like joke with that? I mean, they're not.
I know.
joking.
I heard that, and right away, like a light went off in my head. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, right? Because Jeffrey Dahmer, what did he kill and then eat the people, or did he eat them alive, or what the fuck was going on with Jeffrey Dahmer? I can't remember well.
I think he
remember
killed.
that
He killed and ate them.
He killed and then he ate them.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't feed him the people to like other people, like kind of like Hannibal Lecter. Sort
I'm
of.
not sure.
No? Okay. I don't remember. I do remember that was in the States when he was like, when the whole thing exploded. And I remember that they went to his house and they found like some heads in the freezer and some dicks.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like he ate dicks. I mean, like not in the good way. You know? Like
that's
he didn't suck on him.
insane.
Like, yeah, he actually ate dicks.
Oh my God.
Man, I once saw this movie. It was called Feed. It's a movie like from Hungary or some fucked up place like that.
Yeah?
I mean, nothing against Hungarians. But I remember when it started. It's
Fucked up place.
yeah, it's a fucked up place. Nothing
Turkey.
against- yeah.
Just some fucked
Just
up country.
place. I know. That's pretty racist of me. But I remember that there was... So this movie, it's about a guy that... He's like a serial killer too, but he makes people eat. And he blows them up like really, really fat.
He just keeps feeding them.
Feeding them,
and
yeah.
feeding them.
Feeding them and feeding them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it was called Feed. So when it starts, there's like these two police officers, and they break into a house because they're like following up a lead or whatever. That's how it starts. And they go to the kitchen, and in the kitchen, there's a frying pan with two dicks on it. I swear to God, two penises. Okay, and then they're like, "What the fuck? You know, is this? Are these actual dicks?" And then they go upstairs.
What's going on here?
Wow, a couple of dicks. I didn't expect to see
That's
that
peculiar.
So then they go upstairs, and there's the shower going on, and then they open the shower, and there's these two guys making out dickless.
No.
I swear to God, man, it's totally fun.
Oh my God.
They're making out and they both like, cut off their own dicks.
Oh.
And they're like, I want to be fed. They say some shit like that. And then it starts. It was like a weird ass movie.
There's so many questions.
I know.
There's so many questions.
Yeah, so you see it and I'm like, yeah, you're hooked. Or you're either hooked or you're totally grossed out and don't want to see it at all.
Yeah.
You know?
It hits you hard right in the beginning.
Yeah. So I remember that Jeffrey Dahmer did that too. He ate actual dicks.
Wow.
He would cut guys' dicks off and then eat them. Which must totally hurt.
I mean, well, they were alive. That's one thing you can, because you were mentioning before, like Jeffrey Dahmer, like he also eats hearts. But then he's saying you.
Right, he ate hearts too.
Okay.
God. How fucked up do you have to be, man, to want to do that kind of shit?
I don't know. I mean, at some point, like, I've imagined murdering people, you know?
Yeah, I think we all
I've
have.
had bad days.
Yeah, of course. You know,
happens.
something wasn't quite right.
Something just horrible.
Yeah.
Like that, I had to pay an extra Servi Pag and wait in line for an extra 3 minutes. I imagine murdering that person that got in line.
Exactly. God, I hate that shit.
Ugh.
It always happens to me, man. Whenever you're on a line, the person before you always takes forever. And then it's your turn and you're just paying like, okay, bye. Yeah. And it takes nothing.
Oh, God.
I know. It's always the same. Okay, so you imagine murdering people but not cutting them up and shit.
No, I just imagine that's like grabbing their head or something, like strangling them.
Yeah.
And then hitting their head just a little too hard.
Yeah,
And
right?
you're like, no, I think I killed him.
Yeah, that's it, right? You
Yeah.
never thought like, yeah, I'd cut this fucking guy's dick off.
Nah.
You know? I don't know. It's so weird. Actually, you know what? A cousin of mine, She used to go out with this girl that worked at a forensics thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of fucked up stuff did she see?
She worked in Servicio Médico Legal, it's called. I don't know what would be the equivalent in English, but
okay.
She worked there, and she was really weird. I remember her being really weird.
Okay.
I didn't see her that much, but every time I saw her, it was like, there's something kind of off with this broad.
Because in order to work there, you have to have an honest curiosity about seeing the strangest stuff that the society has to offer.
Yeah, exactly. Dead people.
Yeah.
Right? All the time. And not dead like, he got a bullet in the head. You just see like weird, fucked up
weird
shit.
investigations that...
So I remember once she said that she was always curious on trying human flesh.
Really?
That every time that she was there working, she was tempted to slice off like a piece of ass and try it out. I swear to God. I don't know if a piece of ass.
She was eyeing it up.
I remember, so this one time we had a barbecue, like a family barbecue.
Yeah.
And I remember that she had a thing, like a fucking Tupperware, and that she said that it was human meat.
And you believed her?
I mean, I believed her
because
enough not to try it. Yeah.
She mentioned it before.
Yeah, she had mentioned it numerous times.
Oh.
Not even only once.
Wow. Yeah. And she was laughing, or she's like, hey, guys.
Well, that's the thing, right? She's like, no, this is human flesh,
It's like grandma's got empanada de pino. Like,
there you go.
The Tio's got the pisco.
Yeah, and
she's got the raw human flesh.
The raw human flesh. I know, right? So I think that they grilled it up, and I think that she ate it. I think that she was feeding.
No fucking way.
No, I'm not kidding you, man. I'm not kidding you at all.
Oh my God.
I know, it's fucked up.
What?
I know.
She said that? She's like, by the way, guys, here it is. Do you want some? And she was offering it, or she just ate it and she told you about it afterwards?
I mean, I think it was a bit of both. Okay. I think that at the beginning, she kind of, everybody was throwing the meat in the grill, and then she just kind of slid, like a piece of ass over there, and then, like sometimes when you're making barbecues, some people, they'll cut a little piece of it and give you just a sample. Okay. So I think she did some of that.
You think?
I think. I mean, I never tried anything that she offered me. I mean, I knew well enough to not do that. But
yeah.
But I think she did.
Either like you're pretty much accusing her of a heinous crime.
Right.
Or it just completely didn't happen.
But yeah.
You're like fucking around. You think?
But yeah, that's the thing. Because like I said, I don't know her that much.
Okay.
I saw her a couple of times.
Did she say afterwards, like, oh, you know what? It tasted more like pork than I thought.
She was like, she was joking about it. Like, I thought it was going to be better. But I don't know.
Oh, man.
I know. It's fucked up.
At the end of the day, though, yeah. I mean... In a world where there were no consequences and someone just gave me raw human flesh out of pure curiosity, would I eat it? Maybe.
You give it a try? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen this movie, Viven? No. I don't know what it's called. I know it's not They Live, because They Live is another movie.
Oh, They Live is a great movie.
Of course, yeah, it's a great movie. There's another one. It's called Viven. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's about these guys that crashed in the Andes.
The Argentinian rugby team, whatever.
Something like that.
Okay.
Was it a rugby team? I can't remember. It's an old movie, though.
Okay.
So they crash in the Andes, and then they reach Curicó.
Okay.
But in the movie, they're like crashed there, and they don't know what to do. And some people that died, they start eating them. Yeah. Like to survive. Mm-hmm. They cut off like some asses. So I don't know, a slice of ass. So I mean, I don't know if I would. If I was in that dire situation, then yeah, maybe. Yeah. But like out of curiosity to eat human flesh, I don't know.
I mean, I've smelled raw, like, burning hair, and also skin.
Okay. Why?
Terrible smell. Terrible smell.
Why have you? Where have you smelled human skin getting burned?
At a place where I was working before, like at a winery, basically, while we were on break. Someone by accident was like trying to light a cigarette, and they burned themselves pretty badly.
No fucking way.
Yeah, and this guy's just like, hey, just so you know, this is what human flesh being burned smells like. And he put his thumb up to my nose, and I was like. Okay. Now I know. Thanks, man.
Really? Does it smell terrible? Is it like burning hair? Or worse?
It's just really strange. I don't know. It's like kind of leathery.
Okay.
Kind of. Okay. But like wet leather.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound too tasty. But it's not the same as like when you're actually cooking, though. Right?
No, I'm sure it'd be different when you're cooking.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing.
There's like different from like live flesh being burned.
I remember once a friend of mine told me that his dog had went missing, and then like the next 2 or 3 days, like the neighbors threw like a huge barbecue, and then they found like fucking dog flesh,
No.
like skin. Yeah, yeah. I swear.
That's
I don't know if
horrible.
it's true though.
That's
but
horrible.
Yeah, because you can't eat dog except for like the liver, I think, which is like completely toxic.
No,
Like, if you,
oh man, that's
yeah, you
just
can't
terrible.
eat. It's same as cats, man. Like China. There's a lot of people where people eat cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. Actually, I was reading about it the other day because I had Chinese food.
Okay.
And I started wondering, like, I wonder why they always fuck around with Chinese people eating cats.
Yeah.
So I read up about it, and they actually, there's some regions where they do eat cats.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Like, it's
they
a normal thing.
And they say that it tastes like chicken and it looks like chicken. So
I just enjoy cats as
pets.
I like cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the fuckers, but I wouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just way too weird.
But it's just that it disappears and then your friend has a barbecue.
I know.
Or your neighbor or whatever. It's horrible.
That's what he said.
Horrible.
That's what he said. I don't know if he could have been fucking around.
That's terrible.
I know, man.
No, I've had stuff in Valparaiso, like just street food.
Okay.
Where I'm confident it wasn't any normal meat. I'm confident.
Really?
Whatever I was eating was probably dog.
I remember there was a time here where they did like an investigation on TV.
Yeah?
Right around the time of the 18th, which is where people barbecue all the time.
Okay.
And I remember that they found a lot of places that were selling like horse meat and selling it, but passing it as like normal cow meat.
Okay.
And I remember once we had a barbecue, and one of my uncles or my aunts or whoever, they're like, "Yo, I got this crazy deal, man, on the meat. It was really cheap. Like, and look at it, it's so great."
Yeah.
And then it just tasted terrible because I think you have to cook it way differently than how you cook actual beef.
Okay.
So it tasted horrible.
Just the amount of muscle on a horse.
Exactly. It just
it's gotta be
tasted
different.
fucking horrible, man.
Okay. As
So
well.
yeah, so I
Like really
bet-
chewy? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like just bad.
Yeah.
It's totally bad.
Whatever had in the street, man, it was.
Confident not.
Or it
not-
might have been
not
like
decent.
very expired.
Right.
Something like that. But
Okay.
if they cut up a few street dogs and cooked them, I wouldn't object. Some of these street dogs are terrible.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I had a street dog follow my tour. Like I said before, a tour guide doing and it followed like for 45 minutes. Huge dog. All right. By the way, this is
Oh,
the most
God.
intimidating dog I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, okay.
This could destroy me. Okay. If it was angry,
Yeah,
it would
he'd
fucking
fuck you up.
ruin my day. I'm going to the hospital 3 times over.
Yeah.
This dog just started barking at everybody on the tour, but it followed our group.
Okay, just you guys.
He just followed us, and then it would sleep or like lay
He
down
was
for a second.
xenophobic, maybe. He hated tourists.
Yeah, he hated everything.
He hated tourists.
He hated tourists, but he hated Chileans too. People walking by, he hated everything.
Oh, God. Yeah, and those are dangerous, too.
Yeah, so we had to actually change our path. It was so bad.
Oh, God.
We had to do a totally different tour because of this fucking dog. That's one I would kill.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pause just for a little bit, and then we'll be right back, okay?
Sounds good.
So we're back then with Today en la Tumorrou.
Today in la Tumorrou.
Today en la Tumorrou. Have you ever heard people say shit like that? Like that badly translated?
Yeah, I've heard some stuff.
Like what? Do you remember any? I remember this friend of mine, he told me that once he heard somebody saying entre nomás, like
Yeah.
in between only.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
between only. Oh, and hold on. There was something else I wanted to clarify. Chump change, because we mentioned chump change before. Maybe some
That's a
people
good
don't know.
one. That's a really good one, yeah.
Maybe some people don't know what it means, but chump change is like, a shit amount of money. Poca
Yeah.
plata.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
What could it be in Spanish? Like una moneda.
Chump change. Yeah, it's like peanuts. And another expression in English would be to say, it's worth peanuts. Like
Yeah, it's worth peanuts.
man.
Here they say por bolitas de dulce.
Ah,
Have you
really?
ever heard that? Yeah, it's like I don't work for candy. They're like, no, yo no trabajo por bolitas de dulce.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty
that would
cheap.
be like the chump change.
Okay.
You
Por
know?
unos bombones, yo no trabajo por eso.
yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, no, pero le dicen bolitas de dulce.
Okay.
And that's how they call it. So what were we into? We were talking about killing dogs or something like that?
Yeah, we were
Murdering canines?
the dog that had followed my tour
Right.
that I was gonna murder, but I still might murder it. So I'm gonna leave that in the air.
Still might murder it.
Yeah.
But what are they going to do with all the stray dogs? You think that they should like flat out kill them?
There was a patrol, right? La Perrera.
Yeah. They used to have, it was a dog pound.
It was a dog pound.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
I mean, I know that it doesn't.
I mean, it's in a
there is
dictatorship.
one. Yeah, there is.
Okay.
It's a dictatorship. Yeah, but I mean, what? You can't spay or neuter them. Like people are here. They don't really do that shit. Well, I think it's changing though.
But there's fewer dogs now.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Because when I
There-
came here 6 years ago, there were packs. Where I was
everywhere.
like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm Ace Ventura all of a sudden. There's like
There
8
you
dogs
go.
following me.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. I remember I remember, when I was younger, there were dogs everywhere. I used to get bit by dogs all the time.
Yeah?
I remember this one fucker that bit me like right here on my ankle, and then I couldn't shrug him off, and I had to walk home with him, still grabbed on my fucking ankle. I swear.
Really?
And I was crying. I was a kid. I was like 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and this one he grabbed like I was wearing
That's
like...
scary.
I know. It was a small dog though.
Okay.
You know, like these Chihuahuas that are like really perky and really...
The feisty ones?
Yeah, totally feisty. Yeah, and he bit my ankle, and I just couldn't shrug him off, and I had to walk home with him.
You just drug one foot behind you?
Dragging my fucking bit ankle.
You had to go through the metro, go see a movie.
No.
Go to the pharmacy.
Yeah, no, I was like a block away from home. But yeah, I used to be... No, I never been terrified of dogs, but yeah, when I used to ride a bike or shit like that, yeah, they'd all come up. Rah, 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 and I'd have to kick them.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's scary for me to this day. I got bit by a dog once.
Yeah?
And I was at like my friend's bachelor party.
Uh-huh.
So we were all super loud, just going crazy. I don't know, just rambunctious.
Mm-hmm.
Up to no good. Up to no good.
Up to no good at
bachelor
all.
party.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we left, and I was still being really loud in the streets in Plaza de Armas.
Okay. Oh, this was here. Okay.
Yeah. And wouldn't you know, a dog was angry at our presence.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
just out
you
of
guys
nowhere
being
bit-
loud.
Yeah. And it was like a German Shepherd. It was pretty big.
Oh, really? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you shut the fuck up now.
And I did.
And you did?
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess he made it.
He totally won. Yeah.
He totally won that round.
I was scared, but no.
But in the States, there aren't any stray dogs.
No.
No, right?
No.
I mean, I lived in New Jersey and in New York, and I don't think I ever saw like a stray dog,
No,
let alone packs.
I mean, a lot of homeless people, but you're not
Yeah.
going to see many stray dogs.
No,
Yeah.
that's weird, right? What do you think it is, though?
Why?
Uh-huh.
No, it's because of the farmers, right? In the 50s and 60s here in Chile, Campesino, that El Aguaso, right? They like had the custom there of just letting the dogs run free. It was totally cool in the 50s and 60s, and then when they moved to the city, Santiago, I guess, way back when, wasn't that organized. Imagine that.
Look, yeah.
It wasn't organized?
Yeah, no shit. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
See, so you're teaching me something. I didn't know that that's where it started. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
No.
I've never been to Hawaii either, but I had a friend of mine that used to go there like regularly, and he says that over there, the stray dogs here, over there it's chickens.
They have stray chickens?
Chickens and roosters and shit like that.
Way.
Yeah, because he told me that once, long ago, there was like a hurricane that totally fucked up a lot of farms and just threw the chickens everywhere. I know, it's funny.
Threw the chickens everywhere.
Yeah, they literally the tornado fucking threw them all around.
Wow.
So he says that you walk around and it's really normal to see like stray chickens.
No way.
Yeah. yeah.
That's
chickens
crazy.
and roosters and shit like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because over there's like, homeless people. I remember seeing a lot of homeless people in New York, especially.
Yeah, but people just let the stray chickens go. Like you would imagine, other places they would kill those chickens for food, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean,
Hawaii is a delightful enough destination.
Exactly. You know, they don't go fucking around killing some random chickens.
I hadn't heard that about the chickens.
Me neither. This guy told me. Like, for all I know, maybe he was making it up, but I don't see why he would, though.
Wow, I'm sad. Another reason to visit Hawaii.
And he told me that they have that saying there that's "come get laid," because you know what?
It's so direct. Come get laid.
Come get laid. But you know what they mean though? It's like that flower thing that they put here.
Okay.
That necklace of flowers. It's called a lay.
Okay,
so you would come get laid.
That's so great.
I know, right? We should all definitely go to Hawaii.
Like Costa Rica. It's like pura vida.
Yeah.
Madrid al cielo. Like no, Hawaii. Come get laid.
Have you been to other places aside from the States and here?
I lived in Spain, near Sevilla, for like 2 months.
Really?
Yep.
What were you doing there?
I was trying to learn Spanish.
Okay.
And yeah, I was given like a Spanish family to live with.
Okay.
So I taught them some English. They taught me some Spanish.
Really? And I know people from Spain are terrible at English.
There's like a little bit of like they don't want to show how much they know. Because it's like, well, who do you think you are? Like. Okay.
Yeah, they have that going for them. I've heard that.
There's sort of like that smugness about like, oh, that person speaks English.
Yeah. Well, fuck him.
Yeah. There's a lot of that for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you were there 2 months, and then from there you came here.
And then I had an extra semester of school of college because sometimes you need an extra semester because sometimes you fail.
Exactly. Yeah, it can happen.
So I failed my own semester. Had to do it again. In between, I went to Spain for 2 months in Sevilla. Also was near Madrid for a little while, and then afterwards came to Chile in 2013.
Okay. But Spanish here is a lot harder, though. Or do you not find that?
Well, I think
because
in the south of Spain, that was
totally
weird.
fucked.
Yeah. Now, Chilean Spanish, everyone agrees is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, worst dialect maybe in the world.
Yeah. Do you think so? In the world? That's
From
pretty
what I've
harsh,
seen?
man. Like, you're in my house, remember?
Yeah.
And I could kick you the fuck out right now.
Come on. Come on.
No, I'm kidding. But true, though, yeah. Spanish, I mean, Chilean actually is like really, really bad.
Yeah.
But they do.
It's the second person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the only dialect where the second person's different. And it's not even consistent.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not like, oh, estás caminando. It's estáis caminando.
Estáis, yeah.
Right?
But I know that people in Spain do that too.
With us, whatever, or
Yeah,
the second person
but
plural.
I've also heard that they also drag out, like, for example, anything that ends with D-O, I don't know, like comprometido, they also say, like, comprometido.
Oh, yeah. But that's not a second person.
Right.
That's abbreviating.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's totally different.
I see your point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
That's shortening the language, but she, like, changes the language.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, porque estáis, ¿cómo estáis?
No te cambies, right? No te cambi.
Yeah. No te cambié.
That's so strange.
It must be hard for somebody that wants to learn Spanish. You chose like the worst possible destination, I guess.
Yeah, and I succeeded in learning horrible Spanish. So that's worth something. Everyone's always like, if you can learn it in Chile, you can learn it anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
And
I totally agree.
I tell people on my tours, like, I have to do this for even people from, like, Argentina.
Okay.
At the beginning, I say, here in Chile, you don't say ¿Cómo estás? If you're saying hi to a friend, you say
¿Cómo estáis?
Like, most of them don't know. And then I get, like, a little crazier. Like, it's not eres argentino. You say eri argentino.
Yeah, and actually that would be like a good point because a lot of people say soy, like I am. Vos soy argentino.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Yeah, you heard it though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one because it's so bad.
Yeah, that one's so...
It's just really confusing. Soy fome.
Yeah,
Like,
vos soy fome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be vos eres fome.
Yeah.
Or eres. Yeah.
Soy fome.
Soy fome. Do you hear that one a lot in your stand-up? Soy fome.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That sucks afterwards. After a show, never directly like eat fome, but I mean, there's always like 2 or 3 people on a show that aren't going to like it. Mm-hmm. And it's always like the guy who talks the whole time.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he's heard it all. He's too cool.
They have a name for those type of people. Heckler, is
Heckler,
it? Heckler. Yeah, okay. So you've had those.
The
And
Chileans are the worst hecklers.
Really?
They're the worst. Not necessarily because they'll like yell at your set, but it's just like they'll start talking to their friends.
Yeah,
or things like that.
disrespectful.
Yeah, but I don't have it like as much anymore. Mm-hmm. Because I have like a relatively tested now half hour.
Okay.
That
routine.
Yeah, it's gonna work more or less.
Okay.
The half hour will work.
Uh-huh.
But there's still always sometimes like people don't pay attention because there's a fucking gringo. Like fuck it. Who does he think he is?
Yeah, fuck that fucking gringo piece of shit.
It's always a guy who's
Yankees go home.
Yeah, or the guy who's like, I don't know, like an older guy. I know the archetype of person that's not gonna pay attention to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that any of that could stem from envy, maybe? Like, yeah, wow, this fucking guy making you laugh. I can make you guys laugh.
Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
think?
No, it's always a person who, at the end, has consejos for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because the worst vice is advice, I've heard.
Oh, yeah? I haven't heard that one.
Not heard that one?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
The worst vice is advice.
Yeah. Oh, really? So they'll give you... And what kind of tips have they given you? Any good ones that you actually can use? Or is it just...
Tenía que tener chiste bueno. Something like that.
Well, if it was that easy.
It's always something like that.
Oh, okay.
Tenía que ser cosa que tiene que ver con la cultura chilena. And I was like, that's my whole set. Like, did you not just hear what I did?
Yeah.
You just weren't paying attention, you piece of shit. I told a lot of observational jokes about Chile. That was the entire set.
Right.
I don't know, just like things like that. Which actually I try to keep it light. I don't like hate those people because usually they have something to say that is important, you know.
Uh-huh. What happens to me, I guess, as a creator, if you will, I don't really like that word, but I think that here it's like playing on hard. Because people are like, oh, like in your case, I imagine, okay, so you're a comedian. All right, make me laugh then. You know, you better make me laugh. All right, let's see what you got. You know, I think that's their approach that they have.
Yeah, it's not like, okay,
it's like they're going to start judging it right away.
Right away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not possible for them to see some. Maybe they're could it be a bias? I don't know if it's a bias. I think that they're like they have like a predisposition to hate something sometimes. I think we all do. Here in Chile, at least. I don't know.
Chile, it's stronger. Yeah.
You think so? Yeah. Have you seen it that way?
For whatever reason. I've heard this from other Chilean performers too, you know? And everybody, you know, seems to agree. Chile has the culture of calling things fome.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Well, you saw what happened at the Festival de Viña.
I could go on that.
That they booed out that chick.
Jani Dueñas.
Yeah. Do you like her at all? Do you find her funny?
Oh, man. That's it's tough because I think she has a set that can work in certain places in Chile, and it obviously did work really well in like bars in Providencia and Barrio Italia and those areas. Like she can murder, right? She's got for her audience, she's as good as anybody. You know?
Okay,
and it's cool that she created that audience because you're getting people who didn't go out to stand up before to go out to see stand up, you know?
Right?
Which is awesome.
Awesome.
So it's. From that perspective, I think she's very successful and she contributes something to Chilean humor, which is cool. Having that all been said, okay?
But.
Oh, man. The set that she brought to Viña was so wrong. It was not right for that audience at all.
At all.
And it's like she didn't realize that. I don't know, like I was following her Instagram, and I still do, but I was like looking at her stories before the show. And it's all like, now she's on the top of this magazine saying like she's revolutionary, and now she's over here, and like she's already proclaiming herself to be successful in Viña, basically.
Oh, God, maybe that's it?
It was like
maybe like she jinxed it?
You can't assume anything if you're going into Viña, you know?
Right. I think you can't assume anything at all anywhere.
Especially Viña, though.
Especially Viña.
That's as vicious, you know. It's not as bad as Talca for performing comedy, but...
Really? Have you been there? Have you performed in Talca?
No, but
I've heard from other comedians. I was going to say fellow comedians. I'm not a comedian, but I've heard of other comedians that I've known that they've also told me that Talca is like really hard.
It's the worst. It's the most difficult one as far as big festivals.
Why?
Because I was at Talca this past year and I saw Flight de Chileno perform.
Okay, yeah, but he totally sucks though. Or do you like him?
He's a friend of mine.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I still think he sucks though. Okay, but okay.
It's stand up. It's stand up for bars. That like it's observational stuff, but relatively light. What he does so well is he plays with the audience.
Okay.
He plays with the audience as well as anybody I've ever seen.
All right.
Where he just like, oh, this guy in the front here, what's your last name? Sounds a little Quico. I'm going to make fun of you for the rest of the show.
Okay.
What are you? What are you? And he just knows how to play off like the class mostly and the people in the audience. And he does it like a master.
All right.
But as far as raw material, look at his script. No, like that. There's not that much there. You know?
Okay.
It's more in how he plays off the audience. So that's why when he went to the festival at Talca, he's not really. I love his humor and he's a cool guy. He's a very nice, down to earth guy, but it's not ready for festivals.
Right.
It's ready for bars to play off the audience that wants to play along.
Well, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, they want to play along with that kind of shit. Yeah.
You don't get
and
to
they're
play.
all drunk.
Yeah. In Talca, you don't get to play along, right? It's make me laugh to the 10th power. And it's not only that, it's 150,000 people saying "make me laugh."
Exactly.
It's huge.
God, I don't know if I could do that, man.
That one? I mean, if you performed in a bar, Talca's only like 20 to 30 times worse than the nerves of performing in a bar. You do fun. No. Actually, I talked to Flight de Chileno afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah, he's like, me limpié la cara y empecé a llorar, güey. Empecé a llorar justo antes de actuar. Dije, concha tu madre, ¿cómo voy a hacer esto?" Like, he was so nervous.
Of course.
Just bawling like a child before he gets on stage.
Really? He was crying. Yes. He was literally crying.
I mean, I think we all have emotional reactions before performing as comedians. Like,
yeah. But I don't know if crying is one, though. Like,
have
you cried?
I've had mental battles where it's like, this is something I should be talking to a psychologist about. Like,
really?
Because the nerves combined with like, maybe I'm not good enough, combined with like all this like past, problems and all the just bang, it's an explosion of anxiety.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I did stand up once, but a long time ago. Like even before YouTube. I remember I did once because I used to work at a bar and they had these stand-up sessions like on Fridays. Yeah. And there were some guys that go, I can't remember exactly who. I know that Bernardita Ruffinelli was there once. Sure. And I can't remember the other ones. I remember her like because I still see her around. Sure. So she was like the most important one that ever went there. Mm-hmm. And I remember I told my boss once, I said, these guys fucking suck, man. I could do a lot better. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, can you though? I'm like, yeah, I could. I'm like, okay, so do it then. I'll give you like a mic and just do it.
Yeah.
And he was also he was a theater teacher or a theater professor. So he kind of schooled me a little bit in it.
Cool.
And I did one once, and it was all right, I guess. You know, like considering that nobody knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
You know, I think it went all right. But
Cool.
at the same time, they were like, yeah, we want to see like the headliner. You know, like who the fuck is this guy? You know, we came to see this bitch. Why are you putting this fucking guy here? I kind of sensed that a little bit.
Of course.
And I was nervous as fuck too.
Yeah.
I was totally nervous because of the arrogance that I had, right? Because I told this guy, I could do a lot better. You know, these fucking guys suck.
Yeah.
You know, you're paying them how much? When you pay me? You know, something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of bit me back in the ass. Like I said, I didn't perform bad at all.
That's an important. It's good. I mean, it's good arrogance, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I guess
you wouldn't
so.
do it. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was scary, man. I remember standing there. I remember like my mouth totally dry. I remember looking at everybody, you know, trying to gauge like, okay, this guy's kind of into it. This one's totally hating it. No, this one over here, she's not paying attention at all.
Yeah. You know, you find the ones that are into it. It's always like 2 tables are totally into it, and then like one's kind of into it, and you know.
But is that always the case, though?
No, not always. I mean, when you get an audience that is ready to hear you, and they don't necessarily have to know who you are, but when they buy into your set, oh my God, it's the greatest thing in the world. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Cool.
Yeah, all that anxiety turns into like, you know, euphoria in some
Just
way.
passion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns it like the chemicals in your brain suddenly switch to like, yeah, I'm the greatest thing in the world.
I rule.
Yeah. It goes from like, I'm terrible, like I have so many unresolved things from my past to like, I'm a god in like 3 minutes. And all of a sudden, no, it's cool. And then afterwards, you know, you like get to hang out with people who just thought that you were funny. Mm-hmm. It's great time to meet people, and it's awesome.
And when you're writing like the stand-up material or whatever, when you write the one in Spanish and you write the one in English, which one do you think is harder to pull off? Because I don't know, I'm just guessing, but I feel like an English audience is like easier to make laugh, I think, or not at all.
Definitely, no. I think it's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't like compare to bars in New York because I never went to like New York City or LA to do stand up.
Oh, you started doing comedy here?
I did it at high school at like a talent show a couple times.
Okay.
Then in college with a group of comedians where I perform like once a month with them. Mm-hmm. And then I started doing it again in Chile like 3 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, it's to compare the audiences. I don't know if like one's definitely more willing to laugh than another. Chilean audiences are definitely more difficult. That much is clear.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, also in performing in English, do you think like people are more expecting to laugh? I don't know. Like my biggest strength in Spanish is the fact that I'm weird, you know, and I get to be weirder and more like eccentric and strange as a comedian when I'm doing it in Spanish because I'm already strange enough for being from the country,
right?
You know? So
yeah, so you have like that selling point, if you will.
Yeah,
like you're from elsewhere.
Yeah, so that's such a plus that I can't like overlook it and say it's just so hard here in Chile because I have that advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess we should talk about what happened with fucking Instagram and that shit.
I think it's still down.
It's still down. Yeah, it was down because in the morning I was sending like audios to my girlfriend and she wouldn't get them. And I'm like, yeah, your phone's fucked. You know, she's like, no, maybe your phone's fucked. And then I saw it happen with some other friends of mine. I'm like, oh, I guess it's something. And then I went on Twitter, and they're all trending. Instagram down, Facebook down, WhatsApp down.
Oh, wow.
Like, WhatsApp still works, but...
And you saw, but Twitter's not down, right?
Twitter's not down.
Okay.
No.
That's cool.
So everybody's fucking around in there now.
Yeah.
But it's so weird, though, that the feeling that you have, like, when that shit's not working, because we're so used to it.
I just feel so helpless. Nah.
I don't know what to do the rest of the day. But it is weird, though, because we're, like, totally dependent on it now.
I have to consider my environment and try to make conversation with people I wouldn't normally talk to in the elevator and things like that. It's
exactly
so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this happens how often? Like once a month? That the networks go down?
It has. It's funny because I was watching today in the morning. I was watching The Social Network. Have you seen it?
What a great movie!
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that movie, man. I might actually make a video on him.
Yeah.
On The Social Network, but I'd have to do it like as soon as we finish this.
I love the dialogue.
Because otherwise, I'm not gonna.
While you're in the
what we were
rush.
talking about before.
Yeah.
You like the dialogue, right?
The way it's written, yeah.
Yeah. I like the way it's edited too, man. Like when it starts and you see like the whole trial shit going on, you're like, oh, so what? These guys are gonna go to trial. I mean, everybody kind of knew it.
The way that it's told, like through the prosecution of them, I guess, and then they're talking about the past and everything. It's awesome. Yeah,
it's awesome, man. And there was a part where Zuckerberg says, Facebook, it can't. And there's a part where this guy played by Andrew Garfield, he freezes the account that these guys had to keep Facebook running. Yeah. So he calls them on the phone. He's like, "You froze our account, you motherfucker!" And he's like, "Facebook
is that the twins?
Or yeah, no, not the Winklevoss twins. It's Mark Zuckerberg calls the other guy, Eduardo Saverin is his name in the movie. Yeah. Played by Andrew Garfield. And Zuckerberg calls him up and he's like, "You froze the account, man. We're not going to be able to pay the servers. You have to understand that Facebook, the minute that we go down, we suck. We're not cool anymore. You know, we cannot ever fail." Now it fails like a lot.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It fails a lot. Yeah. But I mean, I guess it's after they bought WhatsApp and Instagram is that it started to fail a lot regularly. A lot more.
They have so many servers and there's so much going on at once.
I imagine how that shit works. I have no idea. Do you? Are you like computer savvy?
I'm not particularly computer savvy, but my brother worked at Facebook.
No way.
In all seriousness.
Really? And what did he do?
He was a software developer. Towards the beginning, he was like. He told me like after the movie ended, like that was when he was hired, basically.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but then how does it work? Do they have like mainframes or what?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. See, that's what I imagine. Because for it to be running across the whole world, it has to be what, like some cool down facility, some underwater shit. I don't know. I remember once I was looking at it wasn't a documentary. It was a video on YouTube. Okay. Because also, YouTube, you can upload whatever the fuck you want. However, it can weigh like 5 gigabytes or it can weigh, 100 megas. You can upload it. They won't tell you like you've reached your maximum upload for this month. Oh, okay. You can upload whatever the fuck you want.
It's a 100 megabyte limit, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, so so it's limitless. And so I saw once there was this video. I should look up for it again soon. So what it is that they have like these servers that are like a Hydra. Or Hydra, how do you call it? The monster with
the heads and everything?
Yeah.
From God of War?
Hydra? Yeah, from God of War. You can see it in God of War. Hydra, okay. Hydra's like in Spanish. So when you upload a video, all of these servers, like all these different heads, are like uploading it at the same time and also checking it at the same time. Okay. And then it's up. Because otherwise it would take forever. It would take for fucking ever. And they would have to limit. So I wonder like how does YouTube work actually?
Oh man, whatever mainframe they have, has to be a total fucking beast. Has to be a total beast.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah.
I read not too long ago about this study that they were doing that according to the way that we use our cell phones now, that for evolution we're developing like this extra bone in our neck.
No.
Have you read about it? Yeah.
Because of the way we tilt our heads?
Because of the way we tilt our heads and are always on the phone?
Oh, man. My posture's bad. That makes me
My
scared.
posture is totally bad. Yeah. My posture sucks. Sometimes I'm walking and try to correct it. I know about it. I'm aware of it. And sometimes I started like straighten up.
But it's for like 5 minutes. And it's like,
and then,
back to the slouch.
And then you slouch again.
The slouch just feels good, man.
Yeah, but it totally fucks your back, though.
Yeah.
Like I could be hunchbacked in the future.
I wouldn't be surprised if I were hunchbacked.
I know.
Yeah.
We gotta fix that shit, man.
Oh, God, it's hard. I saw this product, basically, I saw this product. So gringo me. But yeah, it's like, it goes on your shoulders and it, to the back of your neck, and it like forces your posture correct.
Right. I should totally get one of those.
It's like a band, basically, that goes from your shoulders to your neck. Yeah.
I should totally get one of those then. Maybe you should too.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, if you find it, let me know, and then we'll both be rocking the
obnoxiously good posture. This man is immaculate.
Yeah, we'll look like total pricks, walking like with look like a robin or something.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, it's one Quico.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I read that in the future, like evolution, hundreds and hundreds of years from now, that we're gonna develop like an extra bone in our neck because of the way that we're always like looking at a phone, and also it's
like to extend our necks forward. To look at
something like that so that we don't fuck it up. Okay. And I also read about our thumbs. They were also going to see some sort of, I don't know if mutation is the word, but variation.
That's going to take so many generations for that to happen.
Of course.
And that's assuming that cell phones still exist in a few years. Which they probably won't.
No, they probably won't, right? What it'll be, like something in your eyes? Like the Google Glass? That never went anywhere.
Something that appears that you can, it would be like a hologram that you would interact with.
Right? Yeah. I kind of think so too.
That's such a huge assumption. Like,
I know.
There's no way that 3,000 years from now, we're going to be using fucking cell phones like we are now. That's the amount of time it would take for us to really have that evolution anyway. So
True.
that's a ridiculous assumption.
Yeah. I mean, it was still interesting, but yeah.
It's just like we have shitty posture now, and your thumb's a little weirder than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And your neck's kind of shit. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just assumptions. I mean, there's studies right now. Not all studies are correct, which is, I guess, like the take home from all this.
Yeah. There's no way we're going to have cell phones the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, they should evolve too. I mean, they used to be fucking huge. My dad had a cell phone when I was really young. He had one when we were in the States.
Like
and it was fucking huge.
The Pablo Escobar?
Yeah. It was fucking huge, man. It was big and bulky as hell, and you had to extend a fucking antenna on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge. So, yeah. So, I guess that's it for today. What do you think?
Yeah, good. I think we've covered some ground.
We covered some ground. I mean, it's the first episode, right? We can't go all too crazy on it.
Yeah.
On the pilot. So, any closing comments?
Our word of the day. Word of the day.
Our word of the day, right. I'd forgotten all about it. So, yeah, what we're going to do on this podcast, we're going to every episode that we have, we're going to introduce a word of the day just to expand people's vocabulary, which is such a pretty thing.
Yeah.
So what's our word of the day here?
Big trees grow from very small seeds.
There you go.
And this word of the day we have today is sovereignty.
Sovereignty. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
The people were granted their own sovereignty in the 1900s.
There you go. Okay, so sovereignty. It means supreme power or authority.
Yeah.
And in Spanish it would be, do you know it?
No.
Soberanía.
Really?
Yeah. Soberanía.
Soberanía. Yeah.
Soberanía. See, so you also have learned a word of the day today.
Yeah.
Sovereignty. Sovereignty. It's a bitch to pronounce, though. I mean, it's a bitch
to write. No,
to write.
I will never write that correctly.
Do you have like a good spelling? Do you consider that you spell well?
I was decent at spelling when I just spoke English.
Okay.
And then
now it's
learning Spanish,
shit.
oh my! I put 2 S's when it's supposed to be 1 S.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know that feel, bro.
Oh god, it's all fucked. It's destroyed my spelling.
Good thing we have phones and autocorrectors now.
Yeah. It got significantly. I spell at a 4th grader's level. I'm confident.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then that's it for today. That was Today La Tumorrou.
Yeah.
Hopefully tune in next week for a new episode. And that's it.
Cool.
Goodbye.
It was fun. See you guys.
Right. Take care.